I think there's something you should know about me. I just happen to...
Outstanding. Let's go bowling. Wow!
Hey Aussie gamers and honorary Aussie gamers from around the world, welcome to episode 84. Today is Thursday, the 2nd of July 2015, and you're listening to the Aussie Gamers Express podcast, the podcast that loves to hunt for ducks and noobs. I am your host LewkOne, and joining me as usual is our good friend Thorncliff. How are you, mate?
I am very good. How are you?
Wonderful, I'm fine, thank you. Thanks for asking. Also joining us this week is our other great friend, Red. How are you?
I am fan-factastic.
Yes! There's nothing better than being a drilly fat man and having red hair. Is that right, Red?
Yeah, except for the downfall of only coming once a year.
Yay!
Hashtag love the grind.
Ooh, hello. Alright, before we start this week's show in preview is... After our game talk, we'll go into the news, and we've got PS Plus games for July, Mafia 3, Fallout 4 Pip Boy Sizes, the father of video games, some information on him, it's quite interesting actually, Elder Scrolls Online, the director quits, Steam Justice, Black Ops 3 prequel, and Skyrim 2 news. After that, what's that sound? Not so frequently asked questions, and this week it will be on Resident Evil. After that, shout and we'll end the show for another week. First up, actually, before we get into game talk, did you hear that, Red? Black Ops 3 prequel.
Yeah, you fucking held your hand close to your chest fucking getting ready for the podcast, haven't you?
You don't know anything about that, do you?
No, who have you been shagging?
Well, you
Sounds
can
like some
wait.
wicked pillow talk.
Oh, well, while we got you chatting, you can tell us about your game talk first then.
Okay. We smashed another Call of Duty Clan War.
Yeah, what were we in? Platinum? Platinum Division?
Yeah, that's our second Platinum Division win in a row. One more till we get to Diamond and shit get
And I think it's the second in a row where the second place hasn't got over 100 points.
Yeah, man. I think they struggled for 50, didn't they?
Yeah, they struggled. Yeah,
Default.
I think it was like they got 67 in the last Clan War, and then the one we just did, I think it was, I don't even think they got 50 points.
Yeah, and we got 329 for the record because we bullied them. As you said at the start of the show, we hunt noobs. And as soon as they neutralised one of our zones, we just went, all right, 6 of us, we'll just go and just take this back in 25 minutes, half hour, bang, there's another 20 capture points. we just went straight for the jugular, and it was good.
No, unfortunately I missed out most of that, but I managed to sneak one win in, so I got the participation prize. Yep, I got one win.
That was good though, because it seemed like the other teams only had about 2, maybe 3 players going on them at any one time, so you'd sit there and you'd watch them just like niggling away at the total, and then as soon as it hit neutralisation, it just went bang, gone.
Yeah, admittedly, that's what we were like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
2.5 months ago, but with the likes of Blind Pie and Blind Pig and Zesty and Adam Zesty and Ross, you two guys, a bit of Nick, can't forget Nick. We've all banded together and really put in a good effort for the pride of Aussie gamers, and it's really shone through with some massive wins and big XP bonuses and everything like that. So I couldn't be more chuffed as a COD player.
I think Ben was in there for a while doing some. So.
Yes, he was, yeah.
The benefit.
A really solid contribution over the last month, and yeah, I'm really proud to be the leader of the COD clan and proud to be part of it. And it's a real bucket list thing to be winning some clan wars, because I've never been really involved with clans. I have been, and here and there, but it's just randoms, and I consider all you guys, well, the majority of you anyway, really good men. Fuck you, Ben.
That's why we called him the leader of the clan.
Smart.
But it was good as well, seeing as it seemed like at one point there was always 6 people online playing as well, because like I know that I came on it sometimes and I went, oh, he's got a full team, rightio, no worries, I'll come back a bit later, and like somebody's like, oh no, I'm going to do this now, so like they'd jump out and I'd jump on, and it just seemed like it was really well organised, but there was a lot of people in there putting in a hell of a lot of time as well, so...
Bearded arse Asian.
Yeah, the arse Asian was there.
Made a cracking experience.
Bearded assassin.
Oh, Jesus. You can kill me anytime.
You lad.
Also, I picked up a game called Loadout. It's the only time I get a loadout, but American store. And I'd seen
a loadout.
Yeah, man.
Lovely.
I'd seen a lot of it, a lot to do with it when it got pre-release, and then obviously because it didn't hit our store, it just kind of disappeared from me until I signed up with an American account, and I seen it on there. Obviously free to play. It's got some microtransactions and whatnot that you can participate in. That's pretty cool for what it is. You know, I've probably played it for a couple of hours, and I have revisited. Usually, if I don't go back to a game, I just delete it. But I've been back to it, and I've had a couple of games, made myself a gun. I think I've almost experienced everything it wants me to. But yeah, that's pretty cool. It's pretty funny.
I played that ages ago when it first came out. It's pretty funny. Like you can shoot off the limbs and stuff, and the big fat ugly women and stuff in it. Oh my god! Like the fat rolls. It's too detailed.
And it's got a dance button like Destiny.
Yeah, but yeah, when you can blow holes in their chests and see their spine and intestines and stuff. It's funny.
Yeah, for $2.50, you can do Gangnam Style.
Oh, really? No, thank you.
Yeah, no thanks.
The only game where there's more dance moves than storyline.
I platinumed Bastion.
Yay!
I gave it its due respects because it was a very, very good game. I did speak in depth and quite highly about it last week, but it went back and got it done after a few choice words because the last trophy was a real bitch. But got all the way through that again. Trophy? You got to score 1 million cumulative points over every level on a new game, where you get multipliers per kill, and you got to maintain the multiplier, or it diminishes over time, or if you get hit, sort of thing. You know, just a standard sort of point score mode. So yeah, finally got there on that because you had to start a new game. Like I'd done the new game, and then I'd done New Game Plus where I had everything. I had to go through the game again, unlock all the weapons that I had and upgrades and everything, and then go back and then almost redo every level to post my highest score. That was a real bitch.
Yeah, no thanks.
And I had the privilege of playing Batman Arkham Knight through its entirety of campaign and about 90% of the side stuff so far.
Yeah, I can't wait to get through the whole thing. I'm absolutely loving it. I think I'm in the 70s percentage for just the story. As you know, Red, I play LewkOne style, and that's only story missions first. That's it. Yeah. That's all I do. If it's a side mission, it doesn't exist to me. You're dead. What did I say when I was... I think I was...
Side mission, you have no power here.
Yes, that's right. A little side mission popped up in me map, and it told me all about it. And I says, you have no power here. And switch it back to the main mission.
But I've been doing the same thing because I've got it at the moment. I think I'm about 35 to 40% through the story.
Is that it?
And, yeah.
Fucking hit fast forward, boy. Play the game. It's awesome.
Yes, I have been. And yeah, I've been playing the same way as you. Like we hear somebody's getting mugged near you, and you hear them going, "Oh, you're just gonna have like, yeah, all right, I'll come back. I'm sure you get mugged again later." But yeah, awesome, absolutely awesome. The really cool things that I've found with it is his eyes. So they reflect the hologram that comes out of his wrist. If you
do they?
Yeah. Notice it? Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. That was one really cool thing. And the droplets, like...
water running down his...
Yeah, water running down his...
The cow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that. That was awesome.
And all I can think of is, like, you'll be sitting up the top of one of the buildings at some point, and Eric Draven will come and sit next to you going, it can't rain all the time. Because that's all it is. It's just dark and rainy in Gotham. That's it.
Yeah, I think you said that before when we were talking. It doesn't rain all the time. I don't think I've been in that much rain. I think I've been in rain twice.
Oh, seems to be
really? I'm sitting here watching my cousin at the moment. He's sitting in the room quite quietly playing it at the moment, and it's pissing down.
I don't know. Maybe it's just rando because I haven't had that much rain. I actually had the thought I want it to rain again because it looked awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's world class.
What we were talking about last week, the Batmobile being a true
Co-op partner.
Yeah, it is awesome. Like really, really cool. The controls and flicking in and out of the what's it called, the
Battle mode.
Battle mode, yeah. And we were talking the other night, Red, about in the chat party that you change one of the buttons, and I completely agree with you. Like the brake, it just gets confusing because every time I'm speeding around and then I go to brake as I go around the corner and I enter into battle mode.
Yeah, last week's podcast.
That was me. I said that.
Oh, was it? Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Just give credit to someone else, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of stealing things that I said, this is the second time that Good Game, you know that show on the ABC? They listen to our podcast, and Barjo steals my shit. Because the week that we did Not So Frequently Asked Questions and we did Sonic, they did a segment on Not So Frequently Asked Stuff on Sonic. And this week, they did, after last week's episode, they did a thing on Batman, and he made a comment saying that the Batmobile is like a companion and it's like your co-op partner. He's stealing my words. I'm gonna bring up the ABC. I'm gonna fucking talk to that Darren and rip his fucking head off. They're stealing my shit.
All I can say is I'm very much looking forward to having an unadulterated spoiler-filled conversation with someone about the game.
Yeah, I haven't finished yet.
I'm finished it. I'm doing. I actually did a quite a nerdy thing. Was I was sitting there and I've got like a encyclopedia for I've got a Marvel one and a DC one with all the heroes in it. And I'm actually going through it, looking, going, who could be Arkham Knight? And I'm trying to piece together who it is and that.
Well, Red knows, so we can't obviously get any opinions off him. But Sean, you and I don't know yet. But something that I do know that maybe you may be wasting your time. And Red, no comment here, not even any sighs or laughs or smirks. I'll see your smirk through Skype. But when Arkham Knight was still in development, they made a comment saying that the Arkham Knight was created by Rocksteady in close proximity with DC Comics.
So he's just a complete new character.
So he's not necessarily a character that we know. But hang on, but this is something else I want to throw into the mix. And once again, Red, no affirmations or not. The character playing Arkham Knight, so the guy under the mask, we might know, but the character is in his alter ego of Arkham Knight is new, so that's a possibility. So it may be someone we know underneath.
100%. I think it's Hush.
Who's fuck's Hush?
Hush was Bruce Wayne's friend in high school. I think it's in high school or something there. Anyway, and
don't tell us why you've come to that conclusion, because we just want everyone to know that we're not spoiling anything. Like I said, Sean and I don't know. We haven't got that far yet.
Yeah.
But you may give away reasons as to why you think it's that guy.
No, I'll just say that who Hush is. Hush.
Okay.
He's basically he was jealous of Bruce Wayne and all the money he had and this and that, and he had very rich parents as well, but so he killed his parents. So
he's got motive, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Hang on, who killed his parent? What?
Hush.
Killed his own parent.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So he could get the money and be more like Bruce.
What do you think? What do you think about the Arkham Knight's voice? Doesn't it sound like a cheap voice effect?
Yeah,
yeah,
I know what you mean by that.
Like it sounds dumb. Like I just don't like it. I don't like his voice.
It's a cheap voice effect. They got bloody Joel to do it. What's his name? Parker. No, that's South Park.
What?
What's his name that does it? Bloody, I keep forgetting his name.
Troy Baker?
Troy Baker, that's it, yeah. I was about to say, yeah, cheap voice. It probably only cost him $1 million to get him in the game. Never mind.
Well, yeah, I don't know. But I just don't like that vocodery thing that they've got over his voice. But that's just me being picky. But the game is amazing, isn't it? And the graphics real good.
Just great.
That's not 30 frames. It may not be 60, but it's definitely not 30. It's somewhere in the middle because that's smooth.
Very surprisingly smooth. The transitioning and the slingshotting and you're ejecting out of the Batmobile and everything. It's just spot on, man. Like, it's going to take a lot to beat this for probably the most fun game of the year for me.
Yeah. What about your twerking video? That was funny.
Yeah. That was post update as well. I went back probably 5 minutes later in the level, and the bloody he'd sucked under further. It looked like the bloody bench was eating him.
Yeah.
He was just old dear life. But every aspect of it, I can't speak highly enough of this. It was actually a really kind of unique experience because, as you guys know, I didn't play anything after Arkham Asylum.
Yeah, Arkham City was probably the better of the two, but this one I think really deserves where it is because this is the best of all three from what I've played so far. But
it makes you do something in your Batmobile, and then an hour and a half later, you're doing something else in your Batmobile, and you can draw from that experience. But then you can also individualize it with the new gadgets or whatever you got. It's not set in concrete how you have to approach every situation, and that sort of freedom you just can't buy that.
Right now, I just want to make one point about the Batman. Now, firstly, when I'm playing as Batman and I'm brawling with heaps of guys, I feel like Batman, right? I feel like a sleek, well-oiled machine beating the living piss out of all the bad guys, right? Knocking them unconscious, never killing them. When I'm driving the Batmobile, I feel like an absolute stooge, though. Just running into shit, fucking breaking buildings, destroying pillars, destroying the whole of fucking Gotham as I drive around, smashing into shit. But God, it feels good. Do you agree?
That's a good thing with it is that you can like bust off things that doesn't just every time you clip something it just doesn't go bang stop you.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
so it's very smooth in the way that it you can drive around, but it is difficult to drive.
Yeah, I'd just smash into shit. But anyway, sorry, what were you going to say, Red?
Oh, exactly what Sean just said. The buildings and the pylons are unhindering. You do just smoosh straight through them because they keep referring to it. Oh, Batman, he's driving around a tank, and it fucking feels like it. You just plow straight through corners of concrete.
Yeah. Yeah, I love
I'm
it.
ready to hit the anchors and hit reverse, but he's just straight through it. I went, well, okay, let's keep going.
Well, I said it last week, and they put plenty of time into the Batmobile because they got it to work perfectly. I think it's fantastic.
Me too.
Good job. Anything else you want to say about it?
There's a lot of fucking Riddler trophies and shit.
What we'll do next week, at the end of the show, we'll do a bit of a spoiler discussion. What do you reckon?
Oh, yeah.
Sounds good.
Absolutely, because I want to get your thoughts and opinions. And
as long as Sean, you got to finish it.
Yeah.
If not, you can hang up. Red and I'll have a spoiler cast.
Well, hey, I had to do that last time, didn't I?
What was that?
Oh, what was that for? Yeah.
Yeah, you guys had a spoiler talk and I jumped out.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
I can't remember what it was, but yeah, we did. We have done that before.
Yeah.
All right, Red, what else?
That's all the games I've played this week, brother.
All right, Sean, hit us up.
Well, apart from the Clan Wars and Arkham, been playing a heap of Fallout Shelter on my phone. It's getting very, very addictive. So it's a good. Every now and again, when I sit down, and I've got a couple of minutes. I'm always checking that. I think I check my Fallout Shelter more than I check Facebook. It's getting very addictive. I've got about 65 people in there now, so I'm really pushing towards getting 100 people so I can get my Nuka-Cola factory.
Oh, I'm glad you like it. I can't get into it.
No?
No.
Oh, I'm enjoying it. It's a good... out of all the games that I've got on my phone, like I think I've deleted most of the games on there now, and I think I've got like the Clan War app and this Fallout Shelter because that's really all I use now. So game wise, anyway, Trials still going away at that. There, I sit down every now and again. And I'm like, right, I'm going to try and find one of these obscure tracks and beats Luke's time, but it just never happens.
Doesn't happen, eh? Get fucking sick of trying to find a track that he hasn't.
But the thing is, like a lot of them, I'm second on it. Just because I can't just beat Luke's time. So
how's Dirt Derby going for you?
Oh mate, I've beat Nico's time.
Yeah,
but I just can't friggin' nail that last jump. If I nail that last jump, I think I'll come very close to getting it.
I remember when I got that time too, because somebody beat it.
I beat
my
it.
time. Was it you?
Yeah.
I was in Wagga Wagga at the time. And I saw that it was beaten and I spat chips. And I said to Jason, oh, this is really shit. This is going to take me ages. I'm going to be so stressed out playing this game. Just leave me alone. So I sat down and I only had a few goes and I got it. And I said to Jason, I got it already. That's weird. It was just a massive fluke that I managed to pull it off. Oh, heaps of skill.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't take me very long to get that time. But anyway.
I got the Jurassic World, so I've been playing through that. I've got I think I've nearly got all of the gold bricks. I just need to get the gold bricks now for completing all the mini kits within the level, and I've got about half of them done. So I'm just replaying through the whole game again just to finish off the mini kits, and I should have it 100%.
Fuck yeah, well done.
It is grinding though, very grinding. Yeah. But subject matter, I'm still really enjoying it. It's good. So then I played the Lego Marvel that I got. So I played a bit of that. I really can't get into it at the moment.
Lego Marvel Superheroes, the Lego on the PS4.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's the best one I've ever played.
It's about to say it's the only one I've played.
Well, I'll try it again more, but I yeah.
Whoa, hang on a second. Hang on. Is Sean falling out of love with Lego games?
Oh, no, because Jurassic World was awesome.
You know what I heard just then? No, they've got easy platinums.
Yeah, of course. I think that's like 80% of my platinums are.
Oh.
Well, but you're going to have to chuck them on me because you want to catch up.
Yeah. And yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay. I guess that's me then, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Omitting all the stuff that we've already discussed that I've played. Driveclub, the PlayStation Plus free edition came out last week, and I gave that a try. And it's not too bad. Look, it gives you one car in every class that I could see, but all of the online multiplayer-y stuff, essentially the PlayStation Plus free edition should just be called Drive. With the promise of maybe one day you get access to the club section. So you can play it, and I did play a couple of tracks, and I really enjoyed the control of the cars that I was using. I thought the game was brilliant. And I was at work the day after that I was playing this, and a guy come up to me at work, and he's an Xbox One guy. He's an avid Xbox guy. He's like, nah, PlayStation shit. He comes up to me because he knows that I like PlayStation. He goes, bought a PlayStation 4 yesterday. Like, told ya, sucked in, eat a dick, Xbox. Anyway, we had a conversation about that because he used to rub it into me all the time. But anyway, he bought that $398 deal or whatever it is, the $398 with Driveclub and Little Big Planet 3 from Big W. Yep. And he goes, it come with the dumbest games. I'm like, what, Driveclub? And he goes, yeah. And I said, don't you want it? He goes, no, not really. I said, how much do you want for it? He goes, give me $20. Yeah, all right. I'll give you $20. So I bought it off my mate at work. It was still in the wrapper and everything. So I got the full version of Driveclub now. Chuck the disc in. Something that I really appreciate. I don't know if many other games have done this because I don't normally buy games that I already have digitally on disc. But I put the disc in, and it came up on the screen. You already own the digital version of this. Do you want to install the disc version and delete the digital version? You will be able to use your save game.
That's cool.
Thought, yes, can you please do that for me? And it did it, and it was faultless. That was fine. So I've been playing Driveclub. I've played quite a fair bit of it already, and I really enjoyed it. It's got a really good feel. I think it's exactly halfway between a simulator and an arcade game. And that 50% in the middle of those is perfectly where I enjoy racing games.
Yeah.
I love it. I think it's brilliant. I think because that's kind of like what Forza Horizon is. It's not exactly Forza, but it's not exactly Need for Speed.
It's got that little bit in the middle where there is enough customization to keep you happy, but not too much that you're
confused. If
there's no customization.
Pretty paint jobs.
Pretty paint jobs and all that kind of
you
stuff.
You can do paint jobs. That's it. The customization comes in picking a different car. But I don't mind that because I don't really understand the customization stuff anyway. I do it and just go, yeah, the statistics say it's going to go better. I don't know.
It generates an even playing field, though, if everyone picks the same car without any tweaks.
That's right. If you get a better time with the same track, same car, it's fair. But I think it is an absolutely brilliant game. And I said it during the week that had they not screwed up the launch, this could have been quite a real big seller for Sony and the whoever made it. Something, I don't know, something crazy or whatever. But anyway,
that's why it's not stuck in your mind.
Yeah, it would have been a really, really good seller, but it's a shame. The servers are still a bit iffy because when I'm playing it, every now and then the club drops out. I can't access the club or my statistics or anything like that. Red and I managed to play one game this afternoon, and every subsequent one dropped out, and we couldn't play together. There's no one-on-one. You can't just play a private match with friends. It has to be in a lobby with others. There's plenty of things that need to be fixed with the online side of things still, and this is a year after when it was originally meant to come out. Just almost. I think it's quite. I think it was meant to come out late October last year. But anyway, so it's been a while. So maybe not a year, maybe 6 months. But I'm glad I bought it though. I think it'll grow and it'll become something worthy of a play. But anyway, all right, move on. Splatoon. I've been playing a little bit more Splatoon as well on the Wii U. That game doesn't get old. There's not a lot of maps, but they keep adding stuff, and in it's like Nintendo form. They don't charge you for it. They just add game. There's another game type coming. I'm not sure if it has dropped yet. It's going to be a new type, but the new game type is going to be like there's like a podium in the middle of the level, and if your team members get on top of the podium will start moving towards your spawn point, right? And you've got to defend it. Because if you get shot and killed off it and they jump on it, the enemy jumps on it, it'll move the podium in their direction. And you've got to get the podium all the way to... It's got like capture the flag, but you've got to stay on it and get it back to your base.
Style.
Yeah. And so when you're on it, you're protecting it. And then when you're not, you're trying to get on it to get it there. And when the timer runs out, whichever side that it's closest to wins, or if you get it back to your base, you win. So that's a new mode that's coming. I'm looking forward to giving that a try. So Splatoon, man, I'm telling you, if this game was on the PS4, you'd all own it.
Yeah, definitely for the sounds of things.
I'd force you to buy it. I'd pimp myself out. I'd go and haul myself out in the street to make up the money to buy you guys a copy. That's not true. I'd make my wife do it.
That'd take you years, Luke.
Your comment was too slow. Titanfall. I played Titanfall because it's now free for everybody. So I thought, getting a match will be easy, which it was. There's 3 new extra map packs out that's free to everyone as well, I think. Yeah, I think the season pass is now take it. So that's pretty cool. FIFA 15. Been playing some FIFA on the Xbox One as well. That's a really good game. Real solid game, actually.
been itching for some soccer, actually.
I know, FIFA 16's, you and I have to get it, Red.
Yeah, man.
We'll have to badger, beg, whatever. We'll just annoy the fuck out of EA to give us a couple of free copies so we can play together, because we're poor. Can't afford it. That's about me. That's my week, I think. I have played one extra game, but I'm not allowed to talk about it. Stupid embargoes.
Yes.
This show comes out on Sunday, and when's the embargo finish? Monday.
Yeah.
We could just delay the episode. Nah, we can't do that. Screw it. We'll talk about it next week. It's a cool game, actually. Oh, I haven't named it, so that's not breaking embargo. Talking about it. What if we talk about it and don't say what we're talking about? Walking a thin line there, Aussie Gamers Express. All right, I think that's all of us now with our game talk. Let's go into the news, yeah?
Yeah, after a week.
Oh, go on, have your Nintendo.
I know, right?
All right, first up in the news, PlayStation Plus free games for July. So I don't know, are they coming out before or after this show goes to air?
They said next week, so I'm guessing it'll be around the 7th, because that's the due release date for
that's
one
what I
of them.
thought.
So,
It'll be this coming week after this show goes to air on Sunday. The something of July. I don't know. Okay, so we're going to be getting Rocket League for the PlayStation 4, and I just want to make mention, yes, I did ask for this game, whether you call it a prediction or not. Somebody was mentioning, I think one of you guys put a post up saying, what do you want for this month? And I wrote, I would like Rocket League for the PlayStation 4.
Yep.
But it was an educated guess, because I knew the release date for Rocket League was this month, around the 6th or the 7th. So I thought, well, if that's coming out around that time, maybe that's going to be a PS Plus game.
Saves me emailing them.
What's that?
Saves me emailing them.
Well, yeah, that's it. Yeah, because it's going to be free for everyone. Also, on top of that, Styx, Master of Shadows for the PlayStation 4. Now, before that was released on the PlayStation 4, I saw it on Steam, and I was going to buy it because it looked interesting. But I read some reviews on it, and apparently it's poo, so...
Yeah, me too, because I almost bought it on the PlayStation Store myself.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, that's what I did. It was on sale, and I'm like, maybe I should buy this. And I think
nope.
Going,
yeah, there you go. Nope.
Yeah, it looks like garbage. But anyway, look, I'm going to give it a go now. It's going to be part of the PS Plus subscription, so why not? All right, moving on. Mousecraft for the PS4, PS3, and PlayStation Vita. That's a game entwined for the PS4, PS3, and PS Vita. Entwined. What game's that?
It's quite interesting, actually. It's a...
Oh, that's the one you've got.
Yeah, well, it's a twin stick tunnel.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you're going down a tunnel, and one finger controls like a bird, and then the other controls like a fish, and then you entwine when you get towards the end. Yeah. So as you're going along, you're collecting things, and then like a meter for each, the fish and the bird move slowly together, and then when they hit together, then you can entwine, and then you're finished a level. And you know what? It's pretty cool. It's got good music. It's very nice looking, and yeah.
I think I'll like that better than the one we got last. What was it, Futuridium or something?
Yeah, it's much better than.
Yeah, I think I'll like that better. That's 4 games for the PS4. That's pretty cool.
And Driveclub.
Yeah.
That's not a July PS Plus game.
It was last July's PS Plus game.
That's right. July 2014. That's right. Now, this is one that I'm really interested in, and I will get my PS3 back to play this game. Rain.
Yeah.
The amount of times that I threatened myself that I was going to buy that game is ridiculous. I don't know why I never did, because it looks great. It reminds me of A Tale of Two Sons, that Brothers game. It kind of looks a little bit like that. There's two two invisible characters, and you can only see your character when you're in the rain, because the rain hits you and gives you like that weird phasey outline.
Yep.
So it looks like a really cool game. So I'm gonna turn on my PS3 for that, definitely. The last one is Geometry Wars 3 for the PlayStation Vita. That's I remember playing the original Geometry Wars. I think it was Geometry Wars HD on the Xbox 360, on my very first one that I got. I think it was free. It came like installed already on the hard drive. Might have been a demo, I don't know, but it's actually a really nice looking game. It's I think where what's that the very first PlayStation Plus game on the PS4, what was that called? That shooter? Resogun. Yeah, I think that the Geometry Wars, I think, is where Resogun got a lot of its inspiration from. And its visuals. Visually pleasing. And with Geometry Wars 3, you can play, like, the different levels are on different, like, objects. So instead of it just being on flat, you can go around the corners of a cube, or it'll be a sphere or something like that. It's pretty cool. I reckon you'll probably like that, Sean. There you go. That's the PS Plus games free games for July 2015. Red, what news you got, boy?
The Elder Scrolls Online director by the name of Paul Sage has quit ZeniMax Online because obviously they promised him his paycheck after the game finished updating.
That's gonna be never. I'm leaving.
But what you might be interested in is he's joined Gearbox.
Oh, okay.
So look out for. Doesn't Gearbox do? Oh no, that's Gears of War, dickhead.
What?
What does Gearbox make that we've seen? Borderlands. Thank you very much.
Oh right, yep.
Yeah. I was thinking Gears of War, but yeah, Gear. Yeah, I was going to say, Gears of War MMO. Look out. So that adds speculation to the possibility of a new Borderlands 3 or pre-sequel, sequel. But yeah, there's no real reason as to why he's left, but I just thought it'd be a little bit of news. He's probably tasted just a little bit of success recently with the conversion of Elder Scrolls Online coming to console, and now he's moved on to Gearbox for bigger and better things. Ta-da.
Cool.
How long do you reckon that they're going to continually support this Elder Scrolls Online, though?
Oh,
you'd think it'd be a while, considering it's a full-price game.
Yeah, it'll be a while. Surely it'll be the PS4's life.
Well, it was always going to be a subscription-based game, and then people kind of went, "Oh no, fuck off! I'm not doing that on a console." And I don't care what anybody says. The subscription-based games like that, Blizzard do it perfectly in their World of Warcraft and that continually updating and all that kind of stuff. And if you pay for something, 9 times out of 10 you don't get as many fuckwits on it, because
they're cool.
You know, people really don't continually pay money just to be a dick. So yeah, I just want to know how much time and effort they will continually be putting into updates and that, because for such a massive game and with such a huge world, people will continually be finding bugs and glitches and all that kind of stuff. So
there's still a premium service that you can subscribe to.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. All right. Yeah, not a problem. I just didn't know that.
Yeah, no. The subscription still exists. You just don't require it to play.
Okay, cool. Well, what my news now?
Not really. Red, give us another one of yours. No, I'm joking. Go, Sean.
Fallout 4's Pip Boy that comes in the super duper crazy expensive special edition.
Oh, you mean that big,
everywhere.
uncomfortable looking piece of shit for your wrist? Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know, like the one that's triple the size of Leela from Futurama's one.
Yeah, it probably does a lot less than my iPhone does. Yeah, gotcha.
Yes, yeah, that one. They've come out with what phones will be good for it. So they've said that they didn't want to... these are the models that we're going to be using it because we didn't want larger models or phablets, as they call them, like the big ass phones, because they still wanted it. They still wanted it to be wearable. So the supported models include the iPhone 6, the 5 and 5S, 4 and 4S, the Galaxies 4 and 5, and other standard size smartphones via a customizable foam insert. So,
by customizable, they mean get a Stanley knife and cut it to size.
Yes.
Surely that's what they mean.
So much dicking around.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
Well, he did say in the Bethesda, where they had the interview with him afterwards at the E3 conference, it'll come with a few inserts for the more predominant phones. I'd say they'd be the iPhone 5 and the Galaxy 5 and whatnot like that.
Yeah.
Because, we're going to constantly, everyone, like not everyone, but a lot of people, they always champion at the bit to get the new model of the phone. So you'd think, you'd have to have some form of customizable insert.
But you know what? The picture that they've got of the Pip Boy with the screen and that, it looks square. It doesn't look like there is actually a phone in it that'll fit without it looking somewhat ridiculous.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, yeah. You'll see the edges of the phone.
Yeah, and I'd rather have, seriously, I would rather have this companion app sitting on my iPad on my lap while I'm playing it.
Well, like Red said, I wouldn't want to use one at all.
Nah.
I just have the on-screen Pip Boy will do me.
Yeah,
I've done that for hours and hours and hours with number 3 in New Vegas. It's not going to be anything different in Fallout 4. Just hit your circle button and bring up your menu.
With real-time companion apps, I've used them before with games like Ground Zeroes.
Battlefield 4.
You could bring up a real-time map. It doesn't work. It's horrible. When I play the Wii U and the map is down in my hand, it's so bad. Like the concentrations, because not only are you moving your eyes completely away from the screen where the action is, you've got to take the time to focus on something that's right in front of you. Now this might not sound like it'd take very long, but if you're doing something and you're trying to do it quickly, that's an eternity. That was like when I was playing Ground Zeroes. I'm looking across from my 60-inch TV that's right in front of me, down to my lounge chair arm right next to me, having a look at the map, focusing my eyes, trying to work out what's going on, and who knows what's going on the screen in front of me now, like it's not. Whereas if it's just up on the screen, it's instantly. I don't like companion apps. They are a good gimmick, but that's, I think, about all they are.
Yeah. You know what I'd find really, really cool in it? Like it's got to where you can upgrade your stats and your inventory and look at the map and have the radio and all that kind of stuff within the app. I think it would be cool if you were able to customize do you know how you can build your town?
Yeah.
Within the game? I'd like that if I could do that on the app, on the iPad. If I was just sitting there and going, I've scavenged up this amount of stuff. You're sitting at work having lunch or something and you go, rightio, and it brings up your picture of your map and you go, okay, I'll have this house and I might add this onto here and this onto there while you're doing that. And same if they had a good companion app for Doom when it comes out with their level editor. If I could all do that on an app and have it uploaded to
that's a good idea.
Server, that'd be fantastic. Or I could sit here on my PC building the map and then have it hooked up. Get your Stanley knife ready for the phone.
Yep. All right, let's move on to the next piece of news that I've got. The father of video games has his office on display. Now, do you know who that is?
Ralph Baer.
That is correct. Ralph Baer. Now, first should mention...
I was going to be a smart ass.
What were you going to say?
Is it Nolan North?
Why would Nolan North be the... I don't understand that. Would just be incorrect.
There's arguments as to who the father of video games is. If it's Ralph Baer or Shigeru Miyamoto or is it Nolan North, the bloke that started Atari?
Nolan North is the voice of Nathan Drake.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Nolan North. Wait a sec, sorry. What was his name?
I don't know.
Fuck, I've gone.
I'm thinking Why is David from The Last of Us the father of gaming?
Nolan Bushnell.
Bushnell, that's it.
Nolan North. Fucking
near enough was good enough.
Yeah. His name was
Anyway,
Nolan. Yeah.
Ralph Baer, he was born on the 8th of March in 1922 in Germany, and he died on the 6th of December in 2014 in the US. He was 92 years of age at his death. And now his home office is on display at the National Museum of American History. So basically the museum has rebuilt, and they stipulate rebuilt, not recreated, Ralph's workshop. So all the stuff that they've built on the display is actually Ralph's workshop. So they've disassembled it, taken all of the stuff, and resurrected it behind a glass pane display. It's his desk, and all his belongings on the desk as they were when he died. So it's all there. So if you're ever just walking down the street in Washington, D.C., pop in and have a look. I know I'll keep it on my radar for next week. I think I'm popping into the US. Yeah. Yes, honey, I'll grab some milk on the way back from the United States. But, I just thought that was really cool that there's a nice display in a museum of Ralph Baer's office. So I thought I'd share that.
So he was the creator of the, what was that big monster thing that you had to put on the TV?
No, it wasn't a big monster thing. It was only it was the brown box, I think they called it.
Oh, was it the brown box? I thought he did the, what was it called? Vox?
Magnavox?
Yeah.
No, I don't think that's him. Let's do some fact checking. What did Ralph Baer invent? Still Nolan North. Come on, I know.
He would go on to develop and patent several hardware prototypes in what would become the first home video game console, the Magnavox Odyssey.
Yes, but that's not the first thing.
The thing that played Pong.
Yeah, that's what it did. And he had like different switches and shit to play different games. Hang on, what about if I Google
Pong console?
The brown...
Atari.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Brown box.
Nolan Bushnell created
console.
Pong.
Here we go. The brown box, 1967 to 68. This machine paved the way for video games of today. In 1967, Ralph Baer and his colleagues at Sanders Associates Inc. developed a prototype for the first multiplayer, multi-program video game system. Since Sanders hoped to license the technology for a commercial venture, Baer understood that the games had to be fun, or investors and consumers would not be interested. There you go. That was. I just read that from the National Museum of American History, the Smithsonian website.
Yeah. But that was the brown box had a game which was like Pong.
Yeah, which
you did
later...
it, but then Nolan Bushnell created Pong, and there was a big lawsuit between the two where they had like the patents involved and a whole heap of other things.
Well, here you go. If I continue reading, the brown box games included ping pong, checkers, and 4 different sports games, target shooting with the use of a light gun, and a golf putting game, which required the use of a special attachment. Sanders licensed the brown box to Magnavox, which released the system as the Magnavox Odyssey in 1972. Do you know what all that means?
Well,
I was correct.
Well,
Red, what's your next news?
Except for the Nolan North thing. But...
North.
Idiot.
Red. I was called you Ned.
Ned.
Everyone
Why diddly do, neighbor?
Yes. Everyone loves
Red diddly dee. Well,
Go.
Bethesda's Softworks managing VP Peter Hines has come out and said that they're not just going to churn out a Skyrim 2, so you should really put the brakes on if that's what you're expecting in the next year or so, because...
Is he also going to make spaghetti in tomato sauce?
Oh, Peter Hines. Ring. He's quoted as to have said, we do a lot of smaller stuff. We don't publish to scale. We try to publish to quality. And if you were to take a leaf out of like Blizzard's book, that's exactly what they should do. You know, he goes, we're not pushing to try and get a quota for 25 titles in 2015. We're going to push for quality. So he's come out and snuffed out any ideas of Skyrim 2, in inverted commas, or the next installment to Elder Scrolls in the near future. So, sorry.
No, man, that's one thing I don't like about games is when they start pumping them out.
Yeah, and there's other quotes here to say that they're not in the market really for pumping out too many like sequel games, if you will. I know Elder Scrolls is a big thing, but they're all like Morrowind and Baldur's Gate, and they're all their own entities. So like a Skyrim 2, they're probably going to just bring out Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah,
just something new within the universe. Except for Fallout, which is cool. Which is actually the first official sequel to the first-person scavenger game by Bethesda. So they're kind of going against the grain there. But yeah, just they're snuffing out any ideas of a Skyrim 2 or an Elder Scrolls installment in the next 2 years.
Good, because I just bought Elder Scrolls Online.
Well, there you go. That's probably going to be your lifespan of Elder Scrolls Online until Skyrim 2 comes out in inverted commas.
All right, well, that's it. The other bloke, Sean. No,
Me.
or is it me?
Me.
Who is it?
Hey.
No, I had mine.
Nolan North guy.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes. So those wacky master races over on PC have been at it again with a little bit of Steam justice. They have there's this new game that you might have heard of called Ark Survival Evolved.
Oh yeah, where you can eat your own shit.
Yes, it's the dinosaur hunting game, which is, they said it's a mix between DayZ or Rust with dinosaurs.
And feces eating.
Feces eating, yes. So there's a lot of people saying that the game is a griefer's paradise, and everything that you build will be destroyed, killed, and looted while you're sleeping ever so peacefully in your bed. So some people have been pissed off by this notorious griefer going around. And one of the players, called Barbaric Seagull, has captured the infamous Ricky, and who was a troll, and imprisoned him in a cage 1 meter by 1 meter, and kept him there. So basically, you can keep him as a slave. So what they've done is we have an infamous scoundrel and rapscallion locked in a cage. Whenever he gets low health from punching the wall, I trank him and feed him blood until he's full HP again. We've had him in there for quite some time. Yeah, this is what happens when you're a jerk. Justice is served.
Nice.
So,
yeah, because you can like tie ropes around him and shit and lead him around like animals.
Yeah. So they've captured him, and yeah, he's been trying to kill himself, so he respawns, but they're like, no, not going to have any of that. And just tranquilize the dart him and then feed him blood until him.
Have either of you seen what the characters look like?
Yeah.
They are the weirdest, most disgusting, creepy looking characters in a game I've ever seen.
Mm.
They are bizarre. And you could be just standing there next to somebody and they'll shit. And you can pick it up and eat it.
Yeah. Don't mind me.
Excuse me.
Moving on.
Did you just shit?
Press X to eat.
There's been a few people going around saying, oh, that's awesome, that's really, really great work, but then maybe he'll learn his manners when he's released. And then some people have got quite upset, saying, you are beyond the worst scum in the game, Mr. Seagull. Like the absolute worst. If the police actively held a man in a 1x1x1 prison and repeatedly tranked him and force-fed him blood for a reported 10 hours against his will and without trial, then yes, I will call them scum and kick them in the nuts. The point stands, you are effectively banning this player for little more than ruining your pixels.
Oh, wow.
And Seagull's come out now and said that on the fate of poor Ricky. He's gone, I just wanted to update this to provide some posterity to the situation and everyone commenting. We did imprison Ricky for raiding and such. It was fun and we invited him to our TS and we all had a great time. After getting to know him more and finding out how absolutely insane total head case some of the tribe leaders are on our server, we now play with him as a member of our tribe. Right now we have become friends with Ricky and are having fun together, and he's not destroying anybody's stuff. So,
oh, just like a trip to the brothel, there was a happy ending.
Yes,
he only wanted and
Stockholm syndrome there, I think.
Yes, sleeping with the enemy.
There.
That's cool, man.
And everybody calls him Rick now.
Oh, Rick the former dick.
the reformer dick. Relapse.
I was saying Rick as in, like, what's his name from?
Theon Greyjoy.
Yeah, Theon Greyjoy.
He cooked his nuts chopped off.
Leads him around. Now you say Rick.
Yeah. Oh, that's really cool. All right, got my my last bit of news here. Black Ops 3 prequel has been announced. Red, how has this escaped you?
Announced
Oh, what do you think it could be?
PS3 and Xbox 360.
It's coming out on November 4 this year.
What? What the fuck? Phone.
Why don't you just wait for me to tell you, you idiot? Don't Google it.
No, I didn't. You. What is it?
Too much suspense. On November 4, Dark Horse Comics will be releasing a Call of Duty Black Ops 3 prequel comic.
Yeah, boy.
It's a book by writer Larry Hama. He's of the G.I. Joe fame. And the artist is Marcelo Ferreira from Transformers and TMNT.
Oh, nice.
I've got a little bit of a blurb here that I'll read out. A prequel to the highly anticipated game. The Call of Duty Black Ops 3 comic book series follows an elite group of soldiers as they wage a secret war across a futuristic war-torn world transformed by technology. In the bullet-ridden first issue, the team infiltrates Tashkent, Uzbekistan, to take down a double agent. But as they close in, they uncover something much more sinister at hand.
Oh, wicked.
Comic book series coming out in November. Prequel to Black Ops 3.
What a medium, though, to promote, because obviously there's big changes, i.e. prosthetics and whatnot from Black Ops 2 to Black Ops 3, but what a medium to integrate that sort of story, you know, without just going, bam, there you are in the game.
Brilliant idea, because Tomb Raider have got the same thing going, and I've got all the Tomb Raider comics, and I've been reading them slowly in my spare time, and it's really good. I will make sure that I get to the end of all of those the Tomb Raider comic series before the next game comes out, because it's a prelude to it. It's like a prequel, so I think it's a good idea, and I would really like it. See, I would probably prefer this against over some sort of shitty pre-ordered DLC. Give me the first comic.
Yep.
But actually, I have seen the cover of the first one, and it says free on the front.
Yeah, normally Dark Horse, they'll normally give you the...
They'll probably give you the first one for free on the app or something.
Yeah, same as like The Witcher. You can get The Witcher comic episode 1 for free.
Yeah, tops. There you go. That's coming, Reds. Keep your eyes out if you're a big Black Ops.
Yeah, well, I'm going to have to fucking learn to read then.
It's only going to be a little bit. Yeah, it's going to be heaps of pretty pictures. You'll be right.
I'll read it to you.
Oh, you're a nice man. Well, you've had practice probably doing good night stories anyway lately.
Yeah.
Do we have more news?
I've got one more.
Oh, go ahead.
A string of domain registrations would suggest that 2K Games is preparing to announce a third Mafia title. Are we excited?
Yeah, Mafia 2 was tops.
Yeah, that was fucking actually a really good game. That was released in 2010, so a good 5 years later, and another generation of console. I'm excited. I loved the second game. I can't recall playing the first one too much. I know I did, but Mafia 2 was really good.
Yeah, well, when I played Mafia 2, I was listening to a podcast. I think it was the Xbox Achievers back then. It was Zach Knuckles, King Jiggly, and all that. They were talking about Mafia 2, and on their recommendation, I played it, and I absolutely loved it because I had no knowledge of it, had no idea, and I rented it, I think, and played it through and really enjoyed it. Apparently, the DLC for it was rubbish, but the actual game itself was really good. So no, I would absolutely love a Mafia 3. It reminded me a lot of the Underbelly series that we had here in Australia.
Yeah. Did you ever play the Godfather game?
No.
Yeah, I played that also. I was right into the mob scene back then.
But it was a good open world game. It worked really well.
Yep. Old school cars and everything like that. So, yeah, count me in.
Yeah, awesome. That's good news. That's some really good news this week, actually. But
I've got one more, quickly. Rory McIlroy, that's coming out this month on the 14th, is only shipping with 8 real-life courses.
Yeah, no doubt.
What are they normally?
16 at the minimum,
Yeah,
and the
all of
last
them,
instalment of Tiger Woods had 20.
Give me a D.
Yeah.
D.
Give me an L. Give me a C. What's the C stand for? None of your business. That'll cost you.
So the ones that they're going to have.
Sorry.
At least Red appreciates my jokes and pays attention. Sean just fucking talks over the top of it.
Yeah.
Rude prick.
Bay Hill Club and Lodge in Orlando, Chambers Bay, Royal Troon, St Andrews, TPC Boston, TPC Sawgrass, Whistling Straits, and Wolf Creek are the courses that are going to be there. And then
Wolf Creek?
4. Yes.
I'm not fucking playing on that one.
Pleased to meet you.
Oh, shot!
Fucking stop!
Or I can make you go away.
Oh, non-smoker. The dogs will love this one.
Dogs like that.
I think you've got to be Aussie to understand what we're talking about here.
Sorry,
Rusky.
Then they've got 4 fantasy courses that they've made up. Now, in conjunction with that, EA has come out in saying in one of their tweets that said free content updates will be available post-launch. So hopefully, if they can get the contract sorted out with Augusta, then they might get that. Because there was word going around that they'd be giving that away as free DLC if they could renew the contract with them.
Kind of sounds a little bit like another case of shipping a game before it's finished.
Yeah.
Well, it might have licensing issues. That's all I can think of. That they might have done it and got it all ready, and they just need to
Can't put it in there yet.
Yeah,
maybe.
they need to have it licensed.
Yes,
which is really weird with an EA game, because how they don't get a lot of the licensing for these golf courses when every stadium in the world you can get on FIFA.
Yeah.
They all look the same. Like a golf course is different, but a FIFA pitch is all identical.
No, but like the stadiums and all that kind of
I
stuff.
know, but that's what I'm saying. It's stupid because if anything, I wouldn't give a shit if you didn't have the stadiums, because essentially it's identical. It's the same shape. Maybe the outside's different, but you don't watch that while you're playing a game. But the courses are different because that's what you play on. Blah, 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 blah. But for all our friends across the big oceans and stuff like that, jump on YouTube and check out Wolf Creek.
That was number 2.
What was number 2?
What we were doing it from.
Yeah. But just
With
check
the
out
coppers at the start.
What?
Was Wolf Creek. The copper at the start was Wolf Creek 2. And the non-smoker
was Wolf Creek 2? Yeah, talking about... Yeah. Sorry. You fucking confused the shit out of me. That's the second one. Check out Wolf Creek 2 for the quotes that we were quoting, but check out the movies. If you can get access to the movies Wolf Creek and Wolf Creek 2, check them out. They're Aussie, gritty, horror. I don't know, how would you describe them?
Yeah. It's kind of like...
Aussie Psycho.
Aussie Human Centipede.
No.
No.
That's not. Don't know. That's not anything like it. You're not going to get any ass to mouth action.
Without a please.
But the main bloke, Mick Taylor, I think his name is.
Mick Taylor. Pleased to meet you.
He's just so Aussie psycho. It's
Skippy.
check it out anyway. Let us know. For all our American friends, Rusky, I'm talking to you. I'm giving you an exercise to do. I want you to report back to me in a week. I want a book report. Whatever.
Can I just have a quick comment on that, EA?
You can if you like.
Yep.
That's very disheartening, because I've played a lot of the PGA games and the Tiger Woods games and everything like that. That's really limited, and they'll probably mask it over and go, look, here's a course creator, and you can create your own courses, or you'll be able to download community-created stuff, and that's one way of getting around without having a license. But I reckon the free DLC is going to be blue balls. You can have blue golf balls because it represents the fucking tease that the initial release is going to be.
Yeah.
If that wasn't Red saying that just then and it was me saying that and I was Red, I'd say, Rah.
Ring.
How confusing was that?
I was still excited to get a PGA game on the PS4 though.
Oh, look, so am I. The last one I've got, I think, is 13 on the PS3.
Yeah, I'll be excited to give golf a go. Alright, let's... Oh, hey James, how are you?
I just got my first platinum, Dad. Fuck you.
Last of Us done.
It wasn't Lego.
Alright, let's move on. I think we've got What's That Sound next.
I think it's time we stop. Children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down.
Alright, last week on What's That Sound? Sean got it, I think. Is that right?
I can't remember.
Was that too long ago? Well, I think it was in a whole 7 days ago. It was the Gears of War chainsaw melee sound.
Yeah, the chainsaw melee. Yeah.
When you chop them in half. So that's what it was. Sean, you got it right, and nobody else did.
I don't think
Come on.
it's an attempt.
No, I don't think so. People are getting soft, losing their touch, don't know what video games are anymore. So anyway, without further ado, let me present you with this week's What's That Sound, and none of you are going to get it. Sorry. That was a last minute one because I'd forgotten to get one before we started recording, so I've quickly grabbed that one, but it's a very old game by the sounds of it.
Yes, is it the one? I forgot what it's called, but it's like it looks like Space Invaders, but there's they dive down at you.
Looks like Space Invaders, but they dive down at you.
Yeah, they like do a twirl, like a circle as they drop down at you.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Sorry, but it's not that. Doesn't sound like that. Red, what's your guess?
I thought it was Space Invaders, but it mustn't be.
You think it's
Galaga?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Pac-Man dying, if it was one.
That's what it sounded like, but it's
Pac-Man's more like doot 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 doot, isn't it?
Yeah. I used to have it as my ringtone. I know that very well. Plop, 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 plop. And the kids would go, Pac-Man's dying. Every time I got a message.
No, it's not. Look, I'll play it again, but look, to be honest with you, I don't know if I would have gotten it. I know it. I played the game when I was younger, but I don't know if I would have picked it. Play it again. No idea?
No.
Nah, it's got to be in the vein of Space Invaders, like that era.
Yeah, way off. I'll tell you later, though.
Okay.
All right, if anybody listening thinks they know what this week's What's That Sound is, please send us a message to our Facebook page. So just click on our Facebook page, click message and say, hey, I think this week's in episode 84, your What's That Sound is this sound from this game. I'm awesome. Give me free games. And I will. Well, that's it. All right, so let's move on to not so frequently asked questions. Okay, this week on Not So Frequently Asked Questions, we are going to be talking about Resident Evil. You guys are Resident Evil fans, aren't you?
Yes.
To a point, yeah.
Oh, fuck. How flat was that? Sean said,
Yeah,
yes.
I like the movies better than the game.
I like it like I like shit on my ice cream. And Red, you don't need
Who's
When
cream?
the fuck do we get ice cream?
You were sleeping
You were sleeping, right? Yes.
in a pile of your own vomit.
Yay.
I'm just kidding. Red doesn't pass out in his own vomit often. All right, the first one for Resident Evil. I think everyone knows about this one, but maybe not a little bit more detail. The original name for the game was
Biohazard.
Biohazard. So it's still called Biohazard in Japan, but the name was changed in the US due to copyright claims. Now, Capcom never actually announced who actually owned the copyright for Biohazard, but many believe it's because of a band by the same name, Biohazard. So what they did is they held an internal competition at Capcom, and Resident Evil was the winner. But I pose you this question. Does the name Resident Evil make any sense for the game that you play?
No.
The only thing that I can put it to is the original Resident Evil is played inside a house, which is a
In
residency.
Yeah.
But that's where it ended. So it's like that movie, Final Destination. You know that movie?
Yeah.
Where it was called Final Destination because it was an airplane and the tag on the bag said Final Destination and where they were to end up, and then the whole tie-in with death and all that.
Yep.
There's
And they made 5 of them.
Then they made I think there was 6, dude.
Yeah.
But none of them are on
real
airplanes. Like it just sort of lost the meaning. I think it's the same thing here. They go, oh, Resident Evil, it's in a residency, it's in a house, and then they just moved away from it and just didn't care that the name no longer made sense. But anyway, moving on.
The best death in those Final Destinations is the chick gymnast that gets fucked up. I think it's in number 4 or 5.
She get like folded in half.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, she stuffs up and just completely snaps herself.
one of my favourite ones was the big plate glass that falls off the building and squashes the kid.
Oh.
That one was pretty funny. Anyway, next one. The bad voice acting was the better of 2 options, apparently. So the original game was created in Japanese, and Shinji Mikami didn't like the voiceovers, and he searched for a complete new set of voice actors. And that's what we've got left today. So apparently, you were almost a Jill sandwich was the better of whatever 2 options that he had.
Well, almost Jew sandwich.
Direct translation. Oh, butter bread in Versailles.
You know what? I want to make a video of all of the
Jura.
times.
Jew sandwich.
I want to make a video of all the times that somebody says in the game, "What is this? What's this? What's that?" No, I'm not. That'll take forever. Resident Evil, this is tying into the same one, but Resident Evil was actually in the Guinness World Records, the Gamer Edition in 2008, for the worst dialogue ever.
Oh.
No, I'm not kidding you. Oh, shit, you're not. All right, moving on. Devil May Cry started off as a Resident Evil game. Red, you know about this.
Yes, I do.
Dante was meant to be the protagonist in Resident Evil 4.
Yes.
But the new Resident Evil game was also meant to have a much faster pace to it, much like the Devil May Cry games we know. But they believed that it strayed too far from like the roots, and it didn't really feel like a Resident Evil game anymore. But they liked it. They thought it played really well. It was a good game. So they created the Devil May Cry series. So we've got Resident Evil 4 to thank for that, because I think it took them about 4 different retries to actually get the Resident Evil 4 that we have today. And along the way, we got Devil May Cry out of it. So that's quite cool. Now, this one, not so frequently asked question about who the music composer is and what's so interesting about him. Have you guys heard anything about a man named Mamoru Samuragochi?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You know about him?
Yeah, I had beers with him last week.
Sorry?
Had beers with him last week.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, how's he going?
Yeah, good.
Does he listen?
Really good.
Yeah, top bloke. Give me his, I'd like to give him a call, but apparently he's deaf. So
Hey?
Mozart was deaf.
That's the thing. No, Beethoven was deaf.
Beethoven, was it?
For a very long time, the Japanese referred to him as the Beethoven of like the video game and musical industry or whatever. Oh, Beethoven was in the music industry, but he was like the Japanese Beethoven, right? Because he was deaf. In 2014, he was outed. He's not actually deaf. He's been claiming since like 1996 that he's deaf and that he's a composer. He's not even a composer.
He's just a poser.
He is. He's a pretender, not a contender. He has been paying a composer to compose the music for Resident Evil and to keep quiet and putting his name on it and claiming to be deaf. Did you know that?
Wow.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Capcom, naturally, was shocked by this. They were not aware. But what a sham. He's like, all right, I'll pretend to be a composer. I'll tell everyone I'm deaf. Everyone will think I'm awesome. I'll pay this bloke down the road to do it for me, and I'll pass it off as my own. He did that from 1996 to 2014 when he was outed. Whoopsie.
Well, was it like full convincing? Like, did he go the full slog and like learn sign language and all that kind of stuff? Really committed to the lie, or? I
don't know, but I'll make up an answer and pretend that I know. He would, yes, he would often do hand signals, but apparently all he was doing was just swatting away the flies that were all around his bullshit.
You thought it was rewind.
And apparently he accidentally caught a few habits while hanging out with Peter Garrett. US forces give the nod. Fucking spiked my drinks. Crazy shit.
Fuck.
Alright, I got one last not so frequently asked question. Alright, compose yourself, Fred. Calm.
Sorry.
Calm.
Yes.
Or pay someone to do it.
Yeah.
That's on a roll. I love it.
I think everyone that likes his show is deaf, actually. There was a Resident Evil game in the works set in feudal Japan.
Oh. Go figure.
Would you have liked that?
I would have given it a go. I like Tenchu. Zombie Tenchu.
Well, where you would carve zombies up with a katana.
That'd be cool.
That would be awesome, but it was cancelled and later became the game we know as Onimusha.
Oh, yes. I played that one.
Yeah, Onimusha was actually going to be a Resident Evil game, but it didn't work out because...
Look at all the things that spawned from the Resident Evil series.
I know, Resident Evil has given life to a couple of really good games. There's a couple other things. Resident Evil was originally supposed to be a first-person shooter, but Shinji Mikami said it was crap and just canned it. But
good call.
There's quite... Yeah, it was. Rubbish. So then they ended up making the whole fixed camera, third-person-y sort of thing. But yeah, the Resident Evil series has got some really cool, not so frequently asked questions. So I think that's a really interesting one for the week, and that is all I have for that. So, Red, can you...
You've excelled yourself again. Before we go to shout-out, I'll give you just a little one on your own. You will excel at doing this every week, and fuck, it makes a good conversation piece.
Well, I enjoy it, so it comes out in that, I guess. So...
Yeah, well done.
But anyway, would you like to
How many movies have they got now?
6.
7.
6.
7?
Oh, 6. I could be wrong, yeah.
Hang on. Where's Siri? Here you are.
Have you asked it 0 divided by 0 yet?
Yeah, it was on that morning show. Hang on. How many Resident Evil movies are there?
Alright, here's what I got.
She just fucking Googled Resident Evil. See the
Lazy
full
bitch.
review. Film
Alright,
series.
here's what I got.
Alright, let me just oh, here we go. Fucking heaps. There we go.
The Mia Jovovich. Yeah.
What?
What's her name? Mila.
Jovovich,
Isn't
yeah.
it Jovovich or something? Jovovich?
Is my bitch.
It's Jovovich, but I think it's pronounced. How's it pronounced? Jovovich.
Jovovich.
Yeah, it's not like Jehovah.
Jehovah's Witnesses. I was gonna go.
He just said he said it again.
Anyway, Red, would you like to do shout?
Big shout out this week to Matt Turvey. We played some Borderlands with him back in the day, Luke. But he's always on and he's keen for get some conversations happening on the post, so I do appreciate that. Going back to our Call of Duty, Chris McCormack, Blind Scientist, Blind Pig, we want to refer to him, done a stellar job for most active and highest KD, deserves a shout out. Adam Zesty Weeks, bit of a shout out. He's a young fella and took a bit of criticism on the chin and bounced back really well and has become quite respectful, so that deserves a shout out too. Ross Mark, he was the quiet achiever, if you will, in the Clan Wars. When we had more than 6, you'd just seen Ross every now and again, he'll back out, but he still went and played the game mode that we were concentrating on and plugged away on his own, trying to add to the tally. So that's a big thank you there also. And
Thanks,
last but absolutely not least is Rusky Big Musk. He's reared his head on a few posts lately, and it's been very nice to hear from you again, Russell. So big shout out to you, because I don't think you've made it for the last few weeks, but it's been good to see your activity on the page has increased, and yeah, it's awesome.
Good man. He's always got some really good opinions that he puts forward. He's always very respectful too. That's what I like about him.
Yes.
Good on you, Rusky. Thanks, buddy.
Yes. You're going to add a shout into the new admin as well, Raider?
Hey, getting there.
Nah, fuck him.
Yeah, you remind me. I said last night, I really like getting along with you. I meant to say Clifford because I go, oh, you can tell you're a Thorncliff. Oh, did that go down well?
Oh, what about? I'll do your shout, and I'll make a comment after it.
But from all of us here, as Sean's just jumped in, flying the family flag and everything. But yeah, big shout out, big welcome to Snurgans, aka Pat Clifford. Get amongst him, posting on the page. He's the oldest of us all, so he might have a bit of a different.
In my day,
yeah. Chat.
All right.
he'll post on the page when he's not telling the kids to get off the damn lawn.
All right, I just want to make a point. I want it to be extremely clear that Pat Snoogans has earned his position on the AGE team, and it has nothing to do with the fact that he's your brother Sean. Because, and I want to stipulate this, I want to point this out, that had I have taken into consideration that he was related to you, he'd have had no fucking chance.
Yeah.
And I actually considered at one point in swapping you, where I was going to actually remove you and take your brother and just give that a try. See if he's any better.
To the extent where he got my opinion.
Hey, Red, what do you reckon?
Yeah, fuck. It's kind of how the conversation went.
Because it made me think of, that scene at the start of the Temple of Doom, Indiana Jones, when he's got the bag of sand and the little idol. I was going to do that with Thorncliff being the bag of sand, and I was going to quickly take the idol off and put the bag of sand and run.
Far out, man.
I'm just kidding.
But that's the
Superimpose
thing.
my face on the big ball.
because that's actually what had happened is that you wouldn't be grabbing the idol. The big ball would be Pat following you.
No, that's rare. Oh dear. I'm lost. Do we do any more, or is that it?
That's it.
No, I was going to make a comment there, but I really shouldn't because somebody might listen to it.
What?
I was going to make a comment there, but...
Comment about what? Allude to it so I can get it.
About...
Oh, I said allude to it, not tell me about it, kid. Who do you think's going to listen to it?
They are an illusion.
Ah.
Oh,
no.
I'll cut that out.
Delusion.
Well, I think that's the end of the show.
Well, now that we're at the end of this week's show, please take the time to like us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/AussieGamers2012 or search Aussie Gamers Express up in the little search bar. You can find Aussie Gamers Express at Aussie Gamers 12 on Twitter, Aussie Gamers TV at twitch.tv, on Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, and iTunes. You can search Aussie Gamers Express and download this podcast directly to the device of your choice. This is the easiest and best way to listen to the podcast. It saves your spot and all the other cool little things. I use it in my car a lot, so Stitcher is probably the best way to go. YouTube, search Aussie Gamers Express. And for our latest news, reviews, and thought pieces, head on over to www.aussiegamersexpress.com. Snail mail, if you want to send it, and it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg. P.O. Box 130, Cranebrook, New South Wales 27449. That's it.
That's it.
That is it.
Nice.
This is it. This is it. This time I know it's the real thing. Come on, you guys like Danny Minogue, right? I've been LewkOne.
Not
I've been
standing.
Thorncliff.
I've been red.
Not standing?
Laying down.
What's laying down?
I like her when she's laying down, and I'm on top of her.
Did that happen?
Oh, once.
The same time we were getting ice cream.
Was I sleeping?
When you were sleeping. That was really messy. I want to do it again. I've been LewkOne.
I've been Thorncliff.
And I've been red.